Okay. So
Okay,
hey
can.
guys, this time on People and Perspectives, we have Teck Seng here with us. Today, he will be sharing his journey with us from his beginnings as going into the line of real estate and all the way up to his journey where right now he's a partner in Kith and Kin. Yes, Teck Seng?
Yes, yes. Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay, so maybe we begin with the early part when you went into real estate. Just share with us a bit of your story and your journey.
Oh, so when I first started as a negotiator,
Okay.
or you want to hear or you want to hear before that
Let's
how
let's
I
start let's
how
start
I
from however early we can start is fine. Yeah.
okay, can. So back then, okay, I'm from Sarawak, actually from Miri, Sarawak lah.
Okay.
Okay. So how I ended up in KL is basically back then after Form 5. So I was very bad lah in school. Always the top three from the back one.
Okay.
Top three from the back one. Okay. So after Form 5, all my friends, most of my good friends, they actually came to KL. So left me, all right.
Okay.
Left me, I was alone in Miri because they all started, studying what A levels lah, all this thing in Taylor's College. So
Okay.
left me, I really have no idea what to study. My parents only tell me one thing. Actually, back then, I actually like to. I think one of my dream was to become a hairstylist.
I see. Oh, okay.
Really, really. Okay. Because back then, my parents always tell me, in Hokkien, they always say, if you know, meaning, you know some, how should I put it, so in 华语 they call 你知道手工啊，你就不会死啊。Meaning,
Okay,
if
so I'm guessing it's like if you have a skill of the a hand a service that you can do,
you,
then
you
you
will
can
not you will not die lah. Meaning,
ah,
you sure can cari makan lah. For
right. Okay.
example, hairstylist, or even mechanic, or even whatever lah. As long as you got a 手工 you got a skill, you
Mm.
will never die lah. All right. So 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 because my parents is actually running a electrical appliances electrical shop lah in Miri.
Okay.
So my parents what you call this is running a Sony center. So we are
Ah,
selling Sony products.
I see.
So back then I was I think fortunate lah. I think during that year was 20, I forgot already lah, when was it lah. So that time Sony actually introduced a program. All right, the program is called Sony, something related to Sony Young School, something like that. All right, so
Okay.
the whole idea is basically is to target the dealers,
Mm-hmm.
younger generation, to participate in this 2 years program.
Okay.
So this 2 years program, all right, basically what they want is they want the younger generation to continue their parents' business because they see that a lot of the younger generation did not want to continue lah.
I see.
So fortunate enough, I joined, I think, together with seven of different individual from different states. So
Okay.
there were people from Ipoh, from Malacca. Also, their parents are actually running Sony Center.
Right.
Correct. So I joined there. So when I first landed in KL, so I buta buta lah, a kampong boy come to KL,
Yeah.
really don't know what. Actually, just want to earn some money and make a living lah. That
Hmm.
is my intention. All right. So I was actually staying in Subang back then.
Okay.
You know where I work or not? KLCC, Surya KLCC.
Okay.
So I was working as a sales, like a sales assistant lah, basically.
The
In
Sony Center, is it? No.
Yes, in the Sony style. Back then they call it Sony style.
Right. Okay. Okay.
In KLCC, Surya KLCC.
Hmm.
All right. So I was working there, every morning, wow, during back then, nothing is tired one. Nothing is tired one. We have to wake up, because no car that time, first came to KL, no car. So I have
Yeah.
to wake up at what time, wake up every day. I have to wake up at 5:45, 6.
Hmm.
5:45 to 6. I remember before 6:30, I must walk, to the SS15 there. There's a bus stop. I must go there and wait for the bus ready.
Hmm.
If the bus, if you miss the bus, back then, the bus system was very bad.
Hmm.
If you miss one bus, probably have to wait for another 1 hour plus. There was no GPS, meaning there's no tracking system. You just have to sit down there and wait. All right. I remember back then the sky was still dark lah, actually, yeah.
Mm.
Then took the bus, reached Kelana Jaya LRT station.
Okay.
Kelana Jaya LRT, another four, from Subang to Kelana is already how many? About 1 hour lah, close to 1 hour. Then from Kelana Jaya to KLCC is also about 45 minutes to 1 hour.
Mm.
So the total journey back and forth about 4 hours.
My goodness.
So then after 2 years in Sony Style, so I was also helping Sony Style to design some of their POP. POP
Okay.
means like their product, like how much is it, what is the model number that you display. So I got in love with a bit of designing thing.
Okay.
Then one of my colleagues actually used to study advertising. So she
Okay.
said, hey, why not you go and study advertising lah?
Right.
So I was very late already lah. Actually, most of my friends they're already going to their degree. Only I started want to actually to go into diploma only. So then I actually fortunate enough I enrolled myself to IACT College. Have you heard it before?
Yes, yes.
Yes, correct. So IACT College. Then yes, I study there for about 2.5 years in diploma in advertising and marketing.
Okay.
So then work for 2 years, all
Mhm.
right? Work for about two and a half lah, 2 years plus, okay, in advertising. So was with this company called Draft FCB. So in advertising, okay, people always say advertising people no life one.
Yeah lah.
Which is true lah, huh? Advertising, then you have to work early morning, not early morning, probably about 10, you clock in, then you finish at about what? 1 or sometimes 2, sometimes 3 also in the morning.
Yeah, the hours
Uh,
are, you have to hit deadline and everything. Check.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So how I ended up in real estate was because during the 2 years in advertising,
Right.
okay, I look at my peers, like meaning my colleagues. So my colleagues, most of them were, of course, much older than me, 30
Okay.
plus, 40 plus. Most of them got children. Then I told myself, I said, hey, I don't want that kind of life. When I 30 plus, when I married, 40 plus, I don't want that kind of life. Go back at 10, 11, 12 o'clock like that.
Mm.
So that was actually what I know what I did not want.
Mm.
So of course, fortunate enough also, one of my very good friend, in fact, my best friend, I can say, even now he's the CEO of Kith Kin. So
I
we
see.
are partnered together, yes. So
Nice.
he was the one who actually introduced me to the real estate industry.
I
So
see.
back then, I remember when Saturday, Sunday, I wasn't working I wasn't working lah. Still, when I was with Kith, in this advertising, yeah.
Yeah.
So I always follow him to appointments.
Okay.
I always follow him. Correct. If you ask me whether is it my passion or is it something that I want or not
Yeah.
to become a real estate negotiator, to be honest with you,
Mm.
I never like to do sales one. I
Okay.
always hated like salespeople one. I think correct. Never one, okay? But somehow I ended up in real estate lah.
Right. Okay.
That is how the journey started lah.
Mm.
Correct. So how it started was I think back then I was with MIP Properties.
Okay.
Actually, there was my until today I still want to thank my boss there.
Mm.
They are the one who actually shaped me, until I am today.
I see.
Correct. Of course, I'm now no longer with MIP, but still they are the one who helped me, during my how many years, about 8 years journey lah. I never left. I never changed any agency. So it
Mm.
was all this while with MIP. Very loyal to MIP. Correct. So so back then, yeah, correct. After 8 years, then we decided to come out and form our own real estate agency called Kith Kin, and based in our office is based in Mont Kiara, and
Okay.
we have a satellite office in Shah Alam.
I see. Okay. Okay.
Correct. So was it easy or not when I started to become a real estate agent? Never easy lah. Actually, becoming a real estate agent is never easy.
Okay.
Gotta work very hard. Of course, I really appreciate whatever when I joined advertising for 2 years, 2.5 years
Yeah.
I never regret as well. Never regret. because advertising, you really have to work late hours.
I see. Okay.
Correct. So that advertising has actually helped me to become what is. I really want to thank my past boss as well. Okay, she was a person who was very detailed also. So advertising helped me in working in late hours, and also be very detailed in checking. I remember lah. You have to check the FA, what is it called already? Before final printing to the newspaper, to the billboard. You have to check letter by letter.
Okay.
You have to
So
check the copywriting, because letter by letter, because I was in the account servicing lah. I'm not in the design department.
okay.
So you have to sign off, before anything goes, any division goes to the publication. You have to sign off. So from there, I learned to become very, very detailed.
Okay.
Correct. So that has actually, I would say, helped me in my real estate career.
I see. I see. So your ability to be very detail oriented and um, be able to put in the long hours and put in the nitty gritty work came from the training that you had in the advertising
Yeah,
agency, right?
yes, correct.
Okay.
Never regretted. Actually, I never regretted joining the real estate industry. Even back then, I still remember, still no car actually. Even when I started as a real estate agent, I didn't have any car as well until a couple of months after that.
I see.
Correct.
Oh,
So
going to for viewing and appointment and all that must have been quite a hassle,
I
without
remember use bus and taxi for the
right
first few months only lah.
for the first few months.
Even LRT yeah. Then after that cannot really realize that you must have a car to
Mm,
become a real estate agent.
mm.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So I have a question because you see, like even me myself, at one time I got thinking, should I go into real estate? I think a lot of
Mm,
friends also, at one point they tried real estate, even
mm.
some relatives. So for me, I want to ask you a question. What do you think your age is when it came to real estate? In the sense that what gave you leverage of what kind of perception or what kind of implementation of your own work ethic, or how did you approach it that gave you an edge over your competition, or something that helped you rise in the ranks, so to speak, for in terms of like real estate and stuff.
Okay. Uh okay, my journey about, okay, now is 9 years lah. Okay, I can say during my first 3 years, okay, 3 4 years lah,
Okay.
I didn't treat this as a business. Let's put it
Okay.
this way.
All right.
Because like real estate negotiator or agent, we call ourselves negotiator lah.
Hmm.
We don't have basic salary. So back then, I told myself lah, when I joined the industry, you see, you are your own boss, basically.
Hmm.
You are not getting salary. Okay. So there's no one controlling you, whether you work or not, you wake up what time, everything. So that's why I say during the first 3 4 years, I was actually treating it just like a job only lah. I
Hmm.
wake up what time, I just do lah. You
Oh,
know.
okay.
I wake up what time, I just do. Got appointment, I go. No appointment, never mind. You get me or not?
Hmm.
Okay, but very clear was that when I started the real estate industry, okay, now
Yeah.
I had a very clear mind, because I know that generally the real estate industry, okay, there's no, how should I put it, no good reputation in the market.
Okay.
True or not? When you talk about real estate agent, what comes to your mind? Usually, the not so nice thing lah. You get me or not?
It's the same for any sales, I feel like
Correct.
insurance or any sales, you just have this yeah.
Correct. We are pushy, we are this lah, we are that
Right.
lah. You get me? So I think very clear was it when I started the real estate industry. I always told myself until today, I want to focus on customer experience or customer service.
Okay.
Until today, okay, until today. So what I've, you share that a lot of relative, a lot of your friends, who try real estate. Like I must say, real estate, you have to really, really work very hard.
Hmm.
Have to really, really spend a lot of hours from morning till night. I learned this. You know, why is real estate the very hard? Justin, if I may ask you.
If for me, I would think it's because it is very competitive. Why it's competitive? there are lots of people, but I also think based on my own experience with people
Yeah.
who are in real estate, they tend not to go the extra mile. They just want to secure certain things and all that, But I noticed that there are some that I have come across that really go the extra mile, whatever it takes, to make that
Whatever it
experience.
takes, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I got this answer lah. Okay. This answer may not be may not make sense to you lah. But I always, when I interview people, I always ask this question to them. You know why real estate is very difficult? Okay. The answer I always tell them is because the first person you have to manage, right, is yourself.
yourself, right? Okay.
Correct. If you cannot wake up early, let's say for example,
Mm.
you can't even wake up early, then how? You can't even manage your client.
Yeah.
Correct. So I always tell, I always tell the people that interview, first person is always you. That's
Mm.
why I always tell my team member, anything wrong, anything like the client scold you or whatever, for example,
Yeah.
you don't blame the client, don't blame the market. First thing first, there must be a reason why the client react this way. You have
Mm.
to look at your service.
Yeah. Always look inward first. Yeah.
Correct. So I always tell them you have to look at your service.
Mm.
Correct. And I think because a lot of people come into this industry, right? Now, it may not seems like what is portrayed, like wow, some agents, driving nice car, all these things. Actually, there are a lot of work to do, lah, to be frank with you. A lot of things that we see is on the surface.
Surface
But a lot,
glamour. Yes.
correct. But a lot of hard work that really put in that many people do not see. So
Yeah.
if you ask me today, okay, can real estate change someone's life or not?
Mm.
Actually can. Really can. 100% can. Do you need many years? Actually don't need. I've seen, I just give my example lah.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, I share with you 3-4 years, when very beginning in my career, I was actually mind one,
Okay.
meaning not serious. You get me? Not treat it like a job like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then as when I was, I think 27 or 28 at that time, then I see, wow, because you sure kanchong one, when you see most of your close friends, they have stable income,
Mm.
plus they already starting to get married.
Mm.
So that time I still haven't met Christine.
Okay.
I still haven't met Christine. So that time I only told myself, okay, like enough, don't want to play already. Must treat this serious. I think I remember very clearly my good friend, my best friend Kenny. All right. He told me this thing. Actually, you just need to focus 1 year. Just give yourself 1 year.
Mm.
You will see a different. You focus, meaning you really work, really focus, and you will see a different in your life. So I truly believe, and I've actually noticed some of the agents in the real estate industry as well, no matter how young or how old,
Yeah.
actually many times you give yourself focus. So there's this saying, if you hardcore focus,
Yeah.
for 1 year, you can be ahead of someone for 3-4 years.
That's super interesting, Teck Seng.
Uh,
So in that 1 year of pure focus, right? What was like
yeah.
your action plan for yourself? What did you do? What did you implement? What did you execute?
So for when I the during the when I decided to change,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I decided to change. All right. So I of course I met Christina at that time. I told myself I cannot already. I
Mm.
think we have to get married. I knew that I cannot keep going. Treat it like a job like that. Must be serious already
You
lah in
wanted to
whatever.
level up lah. You wanted to level up,
Correct.
not
Cannot
just
play already.
mm.
So wake up early.
Okay.
Always be the first one to reach the office
Right. Okay.
and be the last one to leave the office. So what I did was, of course, I actually what I do, whatever I do, right? There's no secret one. Okay, there's no secret. I only can say that I see what successful people do, I follow only. I
So,
always say success, there's no secret one. You just have to copy and follow.
all right. So, but
Ah,
for yourself, you think it's just that you outwork 95% of your competition? means you just put in much more work than them? Or is there maybe certain things in your life, like like you say, waking up early, a change of
Uh,
schedule, something else that maybe help you to positive mindset or anything like that?
yes, of course. Okay, so we I go and I like to read a lot of books also lah. Actually,
Okay,
yeah. See,
right.
actually books also changed my life. Actually,
Mm,
there's one book that I highly recommend anyone to read. Is people like me like not so smart one okay, also can understand this book called Think and Grow Rich.
think and grow rich. All right.
Ah, by Napoleon Hill. I must say that this book changed my life lah.
Okay, great, great.
This book really changed my life. So when I read the book that time, so my English is also not good. Like I have to refer dictionary to understand, I have to go. I also go and watch YouTube, a lot of YouTube videos, see what the successful people do. They only say one thing: you just have to wake up early. Wake up early than other people. So I just follow lah, blindly follow only.
Mm,
Okay. So of course, when I wake up, then they say every day you have to read book. So also I read lah. Okay, I read book. Then what else they say? You must have a schedule. As
a
a real estate
schedule,
agent,
right? Okay.
yeah, schedule means you wake up ready, what you need to do next.
Mm,
Like actually one thing about agent is that I think I personally, I'm just saying my experience.
right.
During back then, 3, 4 years, I didn't dare to look at numbers. Actually, as a real estate agent, we must look at numbers.
Mm,
Not only numbers, how much you earn. It's about your daily numbers, your weekly numbers, and your monthly numbers. For example, daily, how many numbers you need to call,
mm,
how many people you need to meet.
mm.
You make it structured and process,
Yeah,
things will come naturally.
that makes sense because you have now a system. You have now created a system,
Correct,
and there's an order, and you can look at the system and evaluate. Maybe I can add more numbers here, or I can
correct,
you can evaluate your efficiency also when you look at those numbers.
correct. Of
Yeah.
course, I do goal setting as well.
Mm,
After 3, 4 years, can you imagine after 3, 4 years in the real estate industry,
right.
only I started to do goal setting.
Uh,
So I remember what Tony Robbins said. If you want to go to heaven, right?
mm,
You don't put I wish to have or I want to have. I changed. I remember I still keep my goal setting. I must commit. Everything I put, I must commit. I must commit. I must commit. I
mm,
must commit. Wake up at 6. I must commit to what?
I see.
So words, choice of words also important.
Uh,
When when you say commit, you do whatever it takes.
yes.
You're right.
The,
So
agree.
of course, yeah. What else? Personal, like you say, this kind of system also changed. Did I change the way how I approach the business? Yes, of course, more serious.
Mm,
Uh, then yeah, do things a bit differently from other agents. I always like to do things a bit differently from other agents.
right. Okay. Okay.
Ah, okay. So back then, when I when I'm when I serious lah in the business, meaning after 4 years,
Mm,
okay. So I decided to, of course, all this while I treat my client all very good. Okay. So after that, I decided I venture into Mont Kiara.
okay.
So I started actually in Damansara Perdana,
Right. Okay.
focusing Damansara Perdana. Then I focused into I ventured into Mont Kiara. So when I ventured into Mont Kiara, okay, I remember the property that I started off was Verve Suites Mont Kiara. Have
Okay.
you?
Yes.
Correct. Yes. So in any building, I understand that there will be competition one, for
Mm,
sure one. Yeah, but I don't care one. Yeah, for competition sure have. You whatever you do sure will competition one. But it's how you approach the yourself.
mm,
So I remember back then, uh, uh, I want to build a name in Verve Suites. Okay. So
okay.
what I did was I do a bit different thing from other agents. Okay. So what I did was actually I offer my services to help clients. Okay. Back then I like to do a lot of rental.
Okay.
Because I always believe that rental you can give value to the client. Of course, sale you can also, but can't see much. But rental you can give a lot of value. So I when I enter into Verve, so I give a lot of free services because I believe that my name is still not there.
I
So it's
see.
just I always treat myself as a product lah. For example, if you want to sell orange juice today, okay, it's a new name. Okay, how you want people to buy is you give them sample, correct lah. So
Mm.
I also call the owners and I say, okay, why not I come and help you, to look at your unit if there's anything that need to be improved. For example, because I truly believe a property has to be at least cleaned up properly before we show to anyone.
Mm.
I always believe in clean up, done up properly properties. I don't believe in dirty looking property, right?
It makes sense. Yeah,
Ah,
you're introducing someone to their living space.
correct, correct.
Right. Yes.
Correct. So that's why if you look at my listings or the properties that I'm selling and renting for sure they have been cleaned up properly before we show it to anyone. So I have this thing a principle that I always tell my team also. That we want to have this consistent thing. Every clients that come to our house, they are comfortable. You know, the house is being cleaned up ready. So then I know that this is one of the thing that agents don't really focus.
I see.
Uh,
Okay. Ah.
because agents most of them do rent and sell because back then market was fast lah, let's put it this way. So
Okay.
sometimes agent, you want to provide this kind of service also owner didn't need this kind of service.
I see. I see.
But I still continue lah. So I talked to the owner that actually cannot rent out for a couple of months, for example. So I talked to them. I said, why not I come and see your house? Let me evaluate. So when I enter the house, some of them really like not done up properly. After the previous tenant move out, because back then market was fast lah. So the owners they don't want to, they don't need effort lah to clean it up first, to even service the aircon. They always tell you when you have client only you let me know lah. Then only I do.
I see.
That was the mentality of back then, all the
Mm.
clients. But today it's different already. Today is different. Because our choices are a lot. So if you still have this kind of mentality as an owner, then
Ah,
your unit will be left out already for sure.
I see. Okay.
All right. So how I started was I meet the owner,
Ah.
then I actually ask them, I evaluate already. Then I say, hey, why not like this? You give me a chance to help you to market. You don't need to pay me.
Mhm.
You don't need to pay me. I will get the quotation. How much is the curtain cleaning? How much is the house cleaning? If there's any light bulb that spoil, okay, I will get quotation. Basically, I will get quotation. Okay, I'll get quotation for you. And how much is it? Then I will help you to rent it out. You don't have to pay. Basically, my services of my time spending to help you to get quotation, to get people to, for example, I open door for the handyman to change the light bulb, the cleaners to wash the unit, everything. You don't have to pay me until I find you a tenant.
Wow. So extra
Ah,
value that you provide there.
something like that
Provide
lah.
there.
Correct, correct. So a lot of my colleagues back then also say, hey, Teck Seng or Chong, you stupid lah. Why you want to do that?
Mm.
Correct. But I did not stop lah. I continue because I believe that one day the clients will need this kind of service.
Yes, and I can imagine,
Ah,
when the client likes you so much or has gained so much from your service, right? They will recommend each other, and Mont Kera is a small area. Worth is
correct,
they might
correct,
recommend. It goes a long way. Yeah.
correct. Because I understand most of the agents out there, all right, after they rent out the property, they find a tenant for a landlord, for example.
Right.
Most of them do not do property checkup,
Mm.
meaning after 2 years, the tenant live there. They don't do, like, for example, do the meter reading or help the client to arrange cleaners, everything, and do up the unit properly and find a new tenant.
Mm.
Okay, actually, that is not by right. That is not our job as well. Our responsibility as an agent is to find tenant for a landlord lah.
Okay.
Okay, but like I said, some agents go beyond what you are expected to do.
Right.
So now when I help my clients, let's say I help 10 clients, right?
Mm.
Okay, to do all these things, okay, like back then I was naive lah, meaning I only tell my clients, you give me chance to help you do all this, I'm very happy already. Okay, I help you to do all this, my only objective is to make sure your unit get rented out. Then I say something like this: if your unit get rented out by other agent, also never mind, you don't have to pay me.
Oh,
So I remember I helped, let's say, 10 clients to do, right?
yes.
I only rented out one. Basically 9 units. 9 units got rented out by other agents because I do up the house properly, everything already.
Oh man.
But I still, but my mind was very clear.
Okay.
I thank the client. I said, thank you. Whatever it is, I thank the client. I never blame the client because I was the one who never asked for exclusive. I was the one who never,
Yeah,
by
this
right, we
is
should
what you asked for. You wanted to do
correct,
extra service. You didn't want any expectation from it. That's what you got, right?
correct,
Yeah.
correct. So I think the client said, never mind. I said, I'm very happy you already gave me the opportunity to see your house, everything, At least I get to meet handyman, different handyman or whatever lah. You get me not? So after 1 year, 2 years, the tenant move out, the client still call back. Yeah,
Nice.
Chong, my unit is available now. Please help me. So then I started build my team that time. Okay, we were able to rent. We got more manpower. We all believe in the same. Mission. To make sure that all the houses must be cleaned up properly, must be done up properly before we show it to the client. Then I think that's how we started to build our name in Verve and in Mont Kiara as well. I
I
think
see. Okay.
right together with my colleagues like Freeman and the team. I think all basically I can say Kith and Kin agents. We do our best. We try to practice and to have this value. Make sure that the house must be clean before we show to any clients.
Sweet. So yeah, you have a team of people that share the same ideals, the same values,
Yeah,
and
right.
wow, that's very good. I'm so inspired, from your process and the fact that you did it for 10 houses and only one, like
Only one or maybe
only
sometimes zero also. But
zero.
what I
But
what
it's
again was
okay because of the long-term
reputation.
benefits and your
Long
yeah.
term business. So that's why you ask me, wow, back then, whether real estate agent is may, but I understand myself lah. I'm not a fast person. I'm not a fast person. I'm a slow person. So that's why understand myself. I use this method to approach my own strength.
I see.
Because today you ask me to enter into a new property, like fight on speed, I cannot one.
I see.
Because maybe I stuck up lah. I have this thing that I must give very good service to my client.
I see.
And I understand that older properties, because I know that agents tend to go into new properties, right? Whenever there's a building finish,
Mm.
a bunch of agents will just go enter. Because why? Because new building easy, ma.
Mm.
New building, you don't have to do defects lah, whatever. All the houses are new, it's easy to sell, easy to rent, easy to sell. But all property, lah, after a few years, tenants staying there, you have to advise the client to repaint the house, to make, to do back the house properly. So not many agents would want to do that. Honestly speaking, why would they want to spend their time, you get me, to advise the client to do all these things? Rather they go and go to a new building, a newer building, to make fast transaction.
I see. I see. I see. A little bit more short term, a little bit more faster to, yeah.
Correct. Not wrong also lah. Not wrong. It's different
Yeah.
business model lah.
Yeah. Correct. Correct.
Correct. So actually in real estate, that's why I say you can do many ways.
Mm.
So agents who usually give up, I think I see a lot of agents give up too easily
I see.
and don't know what they want. Actually until today, I still see many agents do not know what they want. You're right. They do for the sake of just closing deal lah. Maybe time hasn't come yet lah. Like myself lor. I look back also 3-4 years, I also, treat it like a job like that.
The mindset
Maybe,
hadn't reached that point of
maybe,
wanting to
maybe.
level
Just
up.
like when I always interview people also, why do you want to join the real estate industry? They always say want to make a lot of money. So usually those kind of words want to make a lot of money, usually cannot make a lot of money one. Because not specific what they want. So when I ask them, what commitment do you have? If a person say I only have a car commitment, then then if you, let's say your car commitment is 1,000 or 1,500, then I let you earn 5 figures lah. Let's say for example, then the rest of the money, why do you want it? They cannot answer.
Oh.
Cannot answer means there's no reason to chase for it.
I see.
So most of the time, that's why some of them earn a certain amount, they stop.
I
Mm.
see.
I think a lot of things must come with reason, I feel.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
Mm. You're right.
And so after doing all that, then you guys now form Keith and Kin. How old is
Yes.
Keith and Kin? 2 years? 3 years?
Give and gain, just
Ah,
1 year old, just turned one.
just turned one.
So we formed this company back in March actually,
Okay.
2020.
Right.
So after that, about 2.5 weeks, MCO.
Oh.
All right.
And Keith and Kin is also in based in Mount Kiara specifically.
Keep thinking, yes, our office is based in Mont Kiara, all right, but we have agents covering different areas, like even Shah Alam, we have a satellite office.
I see.
We
Okay.
have agents covering Shah Alam, Satya Alam as well, KLCC. All right. So we don't restrict where the agents focus area.
I see. Okay. Okay. Okay.
We always believe that Keith and King is a platform.
Right.
Just like Grab, you get me or not? We
Hmm.
provide you the training, the state-of-the-art facility, technology, everything. You can use, all our services and go to any places, I think, in the entire Malaysia lah, to help your clients.
Amazing.
Ah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Because a lot of agents also, I realize, okay, I mean, in the context of real estate,
Hmm.
I also took many years to realize this, okay? Because in Malaysia, I always say, our real estate, the industry is unlike Singapore.
Okay.
Okay, even until today when we form Kith and Kin, okay, what do we face, in terms of the management? Okay, I think in Singapore or in Australia, people coming to real estate, they already when they join the real estate company, before that they undergo 6 months maybe, or I don't know, I think Australia about 6 months, or in Singapore 3-4 months of training
Hmm.
by the government, meaning there's an institute that actually teach them about, before you even go into before you even start your journey, you better learn, you better, what you call this, trend first, and understand what is the right thing to do, what is not the right thing to do,
I see. Okay.
what cannot do, what cannot. But our Malaysia is different. Do you know that in Malaysia, agents, you just need to go for 2-day course, and 2-day course, you get a certificate, and the agency register you, you can straight away become an agent.
And
Sorry,
then
can
and
straight away become a negotiator.
the training session don't cover like all those important aspects also.
They do, but 2 days. What do you expect 2 days?
Hmm.
In Singapore, that's why I mean, I'm not talking bad about our Malaysia, what you call this, real estate industry or anything, but that is why many agents, many negotiators in Malaysia, they do not know what is right and what is not right.
I see.
For
Okay.
example, in Malaysia, to become a negotiator, to become a registered negotiator, to sell house, to do transaction, let's put it this way, you must have your REN number.
Yes.
There's still a lot of agents do not have. And a lot of agents that sometimes they text me and say, hey, Chong, can we work together or not for, let's say, a house lah, we can co-broke, we can co-agency. When they send me their name card, it's without the REN number. Then I say, I'm sorry, I cannot work with you because you do not have a REN number. And they're surprised. They're surprised, and they say that, how come I can work with other agents and how come your agency cannot? Is it your agency practice, or is it the real estate Malaysia board practice? I say it's the board practice. You see, so
Right.
that's why in Malaysia there's so many version of different kind of agent, because the board is not strict enough, or do not provide a concrete kind of training long enough.
Hmm.
That's why agent come out different one, because trained by different agencies.
I see. Okay.
Because in Singapore different, no? In Singapore, Australia, all this, you get me not? The board says if you don't wear your REN, they are very strict. Everyone must follow this. You get me?
It's a
Then
very
the agent,
centralized body of
correct.
yeah.
And the agency job, by right, you see, as we form Kith and Kin, to be frank with you, until today, we are still, telling our agents, negotiators, what can do, what cannot do. Wow, this thing are not supposed to be by Kith and Kin, not supposed to be by real estate agency.
Mm.
This thing supposed to be by we always say the grandfather, meaning the board.
Mm.
You get me or not? Our job is to make sure that they hit their target, then make sure they hit their sales, everything. And of course, we give them updated training, what the board ruling is, all this. But end up, that we are still, but I mean, that's what we want. Actually, Kith and Kin, when we form, we are very clear. Our agents must be well versed. Must be well versed with all this industry practice. What is the latest changes? All these things. Must do the right thing. We still actually, honestly speaking, even though how hard is it, we still want our agents to do their best to follow.
Yeah, of course.
Mm,
Of course,
you're right.
it matters.
Because that is very important. That is to show the professionalism. Correct. Sorry, somebody just called me.
No
Can
problem.
hear.
Do you have to take it?
Okay. No, it's okay. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So I want to ask you. So if let's say someone's already in real estate or someone's aspiring to go into real estate, do you have any personal advice coming from you? Someone who's spent 10 years in this industry. I know you mentioned certain things like outwork others and but any in detail that only a real estate agent will know. Oh, okay. He said this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try practicing this. Like, if there's any advice to anyone in that line?
Any advice? You hold on. I asked Christine to plug in. The battery is running. Not running.
Sure.
Okay, any advice? I think when you join, not only real estate, when you do something, there's no U-turn. Don't make it a plan B.
I see.
If you have a plan B, then I think anything that you do will be half only.
Okay.
I feel okay. Of course, I do understand. Many people, including myself, when I look back, when I joined the real estate industry, sometimes I look back also. I ask myself, why did I join the industry? So maybe I think most of the people who join anything, not only real estate, probably do not know why they join. Could be sometimes friends, it could be sometimes parents or what. But as you do something already, you decide already, then no U-turn. You commit to it wholeheartedly.
Okay, so know your why. When you got your why, your purpose, why you want to do this, go all in. Right?
Yeah, of course. Why? Of course, some people don't have why, I must say. Some people don't have why. If you don't have a why, I only can advise you is to tap on somebody why.
Right.
Tap on why. Let's say if you talk to someone, let's say you talk to a team leader, today you go for interview, if the team leader has something that really inspire you and you truly believe in it, just like I think people who join our team, let's say for example, okay, I truly believe in customer experience and customer service. So the people that join me, okay, they have this belief also. So it's easy to talk to them.
That's very nice. That's very, very nice that you
they may not know why they want to join this industry, but what they want is they have this passion to serve people,
Wow. Okay.
Correct. So you tap on someone why. So a lot of time also I tap on someone why to be frank with you. Like someone you inspired by the person. So you just follow the path only. Until when you are okay already, you know what you want, then you create your own path. So don't need to purposely go and don't need to purposely go and create a why if you do not have a why. If you cannot find a why, tap on somebody why.
Awesome advice.
All right. Anything else, Justin?
Yes, I'm curious.
How long already?
It's been about 45 minutes. I'm curious, okay, because as I see it, your role in real estate, yes, from one aspect, from one angle, yes, you are. This is your business. You are serving and all. But I also see the role that you play. That you are responsible for hooking people up with their dream homes, you know. So I'm just curious, you know, are there any clients that like, oh, yo, thank you so much, I love my home, you know, is because you have you know connected me to this home, and then they are so grateful for that, like throughout your 10-year career, you know, have you experienced encounters like that?
Got. Yes, not only for sale lah, for rental as well.
Okay. And
Correct. Yes. You mean after the purchase or after they move in
yes,
or after
after
they
some time, then they're like, "Oh my God, I really love this home." You know, they're so appreciative of that you actually found them, because you know you are the one that recommend to them, like you know, based on what they want and stuff, and then like you know,
yes. They are actually.
oh, incredible. Okay, all right.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Thank you so much for your sharing. And if
Enough.
people,
Anything else?
yeah, if people want to reach out to you, or you know like Keith and Kin, whether it's they're looking for real estate, or maybe they want to go on board into real estate, or you know if they're just looking for a home, where can they reach out, where can they find, is there a website?
Can. So they can we always recommend them to go to our social pages lah. So you can go to our Instagram, okay? So our Instagram is Kith Kin Realty.
Okay.
Okay, Kith Kin Realty. Okay, so anyone who aspire to be a real estate negotiator, okay,
Right.
I think Kith Kin, when we started, you can check out our Justin. I don't know whether you check out our Instagram or not. Okay, I can say that we are probably the only agency in Malaysia, right,
Right.
that has non-stop 24/7 Insta story going on every single day, non-stop.
Right. I've seen
So
some
in
of
fact,
your videos. I've seen some of the walkthroughs to the
uh,
properties. They are incredible. Yes.
yeah, so you will see that our agents, okay, actually we do not we do not tell our agents, you know, you should do this, you should no, but because collectively everyone do it, okay, and makes it fun and makes it like if I don't do it, I'm being left out. So if you look at our Insta story, is we are reposting their story. Of course, let's say they makan or what, they just tag Keith and Kin, you know, they go out appointment, they see anyone, and just tag you just see it's very real. So
Hmm.
anyone who wants to, as you know, really want to know how a real estate agent, you know, what do they do, you know, from morning to night, you can follow some agents even go out appointment at 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Hmm.
Very, very fun. In fact, if you look at the story, it's very fun, very funny as well.
Nice. It sounds like you've got a very good collective of family, you know, of
Yes,
negotiators that resonate well together and have a common goal, common purpose, you know. That's
correct,
really, really
correct.
very, very inspiring.
Yes. Then of course our Facebook page as well. Okay,
Hmm.
Kith Kin Realty as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think more interesting, you can go to our Instagram lah. Our Instagram story.
Instagram is the one where it's 24 hours and so much
The
content.
story is really interesting. Yeah, then you see, you know, different agents. You know how they, you know, what do they do lah. You know, every day.
Right. So you
So
really stand out. If anyone wants to go see, go check out Keith and Kin Instagram, Keith and
uh,
Kin Realty, right? And see what
correct.
they
Can you read?
do.
Correct. 100%. I think I can say up to today, is 24/7 non-stop story.
I see. Okay.
Correct. Anything else, Justin? You want to ask?
I think that's great. Thanks for sharing your journey. Continue kicking ass, man.
I hope I answer all your questions.
Yes, it's so good. Thank you so much for sharing. It's so inspiring, and I hope people who are watching also get inspired. You know, and if you have any questions, leave it for us in the comments. Yeah.
Thank you. So if I want to give a last word,
Yes.
people who want to join the real estate, uh, join, try to, you know, every day lift up the industry lah. Meaning,
Mm.
we build the, you know, try, you know, each day, when I wake up, I always tell myself, one day, hopefully, people respect the real estate negotiators. Meaning,
Okay.
actually my why, actually my why every day I wake up, I sleep, is to really make this industry better and better and better and better. Not only Kith and Kin, the whole industry. I really
Wow.
hope one day, the industry can be better. Meaning, people, talk about real estate, wow, they respect the. Actually, real estate negotiator, right, is supposed to be a profession.
Right.
Really one. We are just like doctor, lawyers, level one.
Hmm.
That's why we are day in, day out practicing. You see a doctor, right? Doctor every day also day in, day out practice.
Correct.
We that's why we are called professional real estate negotiator. Profession should be day in, day out practice. You know what is going on in the market. That's why this career or this business, right? You cannot do part time. Anyone that tell me do part time, sure habis one. And this career also the board doesn't allow to do part time.
I see.
Doesn't allow to do part time. There are still many people who do part time. Okay, if you ask me why are they able to do part time, I don't know lah. I don't know why the agency out there are hiring part time as well. But right, the board do not allow us to hire part time negotiator. So anyone who comes to me, let's say for example, come to our agency and they want to do part time, sorry, is a no.
Hmm.
But you do part time, not to say you get part time income lah. Probably zero income also.
Yeah, I guess it's just basically how wholehearted you are in choosing whatever direction you're going,
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. That's why we always we always tell our agents, or even I always tell my clients, I do not discount my fee. I do not discount my fee one. You see the practice in the market when we do sub sales, it's actually 3% when we sell a house.
Hmm.
When we do rental, it's 1.25.
Okay.
Okay, if you ask me today, I think most of my transaction today, I collect full fee one. Okay, I don't. Of course, there are clients who say, how come other agents are giving 2%, blah 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 this kind of thing lah. I told them I don't. We are just like you go to see doctor.
Hmm.
You ask for discount, no? You don't even dare to ask for discount. Why when you come to meet real estate negotiator, why you want to ask for discount?
I know how you can respond next time because you give 100% service and other people give 40% service. So yeah,
Correct.
you deserve
Correct.
the
That's why,
100%.
yeah, correct. We are professional. Professional means we are day in there. We are not mind one.
Hmm.
We tell you what is right thing. Documentation, everything is right. Not play one.
Right.
So yeah, lor. So hope that in Malaysia, the real estate, industry, okay, the level of service professionalism can be lifted up.
Thank you. That's incredible. I'm so happy that you added that last part in because I think it's really inspiring what you're doing and what you think of it and what you intend to do by raising the general collective of real estate negotiators and how people even perceive it, and yeah, I really wish you all the
Correct.
best and I really hope that that happens. That's,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you for this interview or sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
I'm not a great person lah, but work hard lah, sure okay one. Sure won't die one.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time and
Thank you,
sharing. I'm
thank you,
sure people will find value in what you've shared here,
thank you, thank you,
Yes, and all the best,
thank you so much, Justin.
All right. See you, Teck Seng.
Thank you, thank you. See you. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.